Hey there, cool people. Welcome back. It's me again, Paul, and welcome to Paul's Weekly Things. Let's jump right in it, shall we? Space is pretty bloody cool, don't you think? I do. Well, how'd you like to have a picture of yourself orbiting the planet? Or for those of you that are a little more astronomy-minded, how'd you like to have access to an orbiting space telescope that you could point, click at whatever you wish? Well, in fact, that's a thing. There's a company called Planetary Resources that has a Kickstarter fund up right now that'll give you the chance to fund the launch and buy some time on the Arkyd space telescope. For a pledge of $10, you can have a selfie of yourself orbiting the Earth. How wild's that? I just think it's a fantastic way to get people involved and interested in space and exploration. Click on the image to bombard your face with some more info. This past weekend, Vancouver's own Maker Fair took place, called Mini Maker Fair. This event hosted all forms of homegrown technology and innovative art. Unfortunately, my schedule didn't allow for me to attend, but I'm proud to say my brother-in-law was there with his amazing wooden works of wonder, specifically the ever-popular Imperial Walker wet bar. Unfortunately, the Mini Maker Fair has already packed up shop, but be sure to mash that link here to check out more about Colin Woodbutcher's fine work. So I recently tried my hand at putting together a cooking show. If you didn't check it, click here. Check it out. I got a little feedback on it, but I'd sure like a little more. Everything I'm doing here is an experiment, a little exploration into what works and what doesn't work. The more input I get back, the more I can gauge on what I should focus on. If you're really brave, if you live nearby, shoot me a message and maybe we can work together on something. Speaking of experiments, it's time for Paul Does What He Wants. Last week I tried to shoot an interview with a musically inclined friend, Brian. This week, let's find out what happened.
This is my bike. It's certainly nothing special. It's patched together with some duct tape, zip ties, and other things. The seat's torn up. At times I think it's only held together by sheer stubbornness. But I love it. In fact, what I really love is riding. I'm not a serious rider. I don't own any spandex or toe clip shoes. Maybe one day, but not right now. Right now, it's just about the riding. When I was a kid, I used to ride with my friends all over the neighborhood. The bike was a type of freedom. It enabled me to get places I couldn't have dreamed of going before. Being able to ride so fast, do tricks, challenge myself with deeds of daring do. As I grew older and started to drive, the visceral excitement of the bike was lost, replaced by the louder, faster, and more adult car. It wasn't until a few years ago I had borrowed a co-worker's bike to get around site a little faster. As soon as I had pushed that crank a couple of times, I was suddenly sucked right back into those childhood memories. All these emotions, pedaling hard for speed and ripping tight corners. It was glorious. No longer being that young child, though, my metabolism had slowed down. I had taken up running in an effort to remain fit. I was perfectly content with pounding the pavement until that point, but with the rediscovery of the bike, things were going to get shooken up. I asked around and quickly found this dusty and disused bike tucked in the dark recesses of my uncle's storage shed. I nursed it back to life, and we became fast friends. Unlike running's rhythmic thud of footfalls, riding is akin to gliding. Smooth strokes of your feet spin the wheels into action, a completely different and very satisfying experience. I found gratification in how everything about biking seemed to be grander on paper. More kilometers covered, higher speeds, longer outings. While out on those outings, I often like to ponder the action of the gears, calculating in my head how the cadence of my pedaling and the ratio of the gears is affecting my speed. I watch the front tire spinning madly as it contacts the road ahead, leading the way. I imagine what it's like for the surface of that tire as it bends and forms to the ever-changing surfaces, trying to find grip to keep me from tumbling onto my face. As adults, we think we're too old for toys, that enjoying something purely because it is fun is wrong. There has to be something more practical to it. I'm starting to see the error in that. In the end, it's just a bike, and I like it.